You ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. This is episode 5. Not that it
matters. We are the New York Knicks. I'm back in the New York groove. Well, it's the Knicks. New York. We are the New York Knicks. New York. For this new season we're about to enter, the Knicks is taking no shorts, just like winter. New York, New York.
New York be about the Knicks, huh?
But the best thing about New York City is
K-N-I-C-K-S.
Everybody say go New York, go New York, go!
Go New York, go New York, go!
Everybody, welcome to the New York Knicks podcast, part of Dash Radio. This is episode 584. I am Jay. How you doing, Mark?
I feel disrespected, Jay.
What is that?
Disrespected. It is so messed up that the Miami Heat gave Tyler Hero 4 years, $130 million, $5 million more than RJ Barrett got just to disrespect the Knicks.
That's what you're riled up about?
I don't know. I need something to be right.
It's been a long offseason, huh?
You don't think that the Heat did that solely just to disrespect the Knicks? Everything's about the Knicks, Jay.
I mean, if that's the way they want to disrespect the Knicks by overpaying Hero, I'm fine with that.
Lonzo Ball is injured for much of the upcoming season just to disrespect the Knicks.
I mean,
Did you know the Phoenix Suns lost a game to the Australian national team just to disrespect the Knicks?
That Kardashian-Jenner curse is a real thing.
It's a real thing. Do you know who starred for the Australian national team as they kicked the crap out of the Phoenix Suns?
Who?
Former Knick, Chasson Randall.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I think you saw C. Randall, but I clicked on his name.
It's not him.
It's not Jason Randall.
Who is it?
I did the same thing. I saw a C. Randall, and I clicked on it, and it wasn't Jason Randall.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a guy named C. Randall, so it's messed up.
So, the Australian team had, I don't think, any ex-NBA players, and they beat the Suns. And the Suns starters all played 22 minutes. So it's not like it was one of those, they were trying.
Okay, this goes into our episode tonight. We are going to preview the NBA with our new annual bit we're starting this season, called "Why Your Team Sucks."
Mm-hmm. ...
Why the Knicks will win the title.
Yes.
Because your team sucks.
Yep.
But let's catch up briefly on Knicks off-season moves, or what? Not really moves. What's going on with the Knicks? Leon Rose did a fake press conference where he was interviewed by only people that work for James Dolan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
I don't care about any press conference. I know the people on Twitter were all like, "Oh my God, he doesn't talk to the media," and the media either ask lame questions or gotcha questions, and I don't care. Do you watch these interviews? I don't.
I don't watch any interviews. And people will say "Well, what's the press going to ask him? What's the big deal anyway?" I don't know. Then why does RJ Barrett talk to the media? What's the media going to ask RJ Barrett? Why even talk to the media at all?
Yeah.
You're doing it out of this weird spite thing. And it's also if you can't stand to the scrutiny of the New York Post, then what the hell are you doing?
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't care that much, but it's just it's a weird thing how Leon Rose and the team's upper management is so scared to get one real question from the media. As if the media is going to ask him a question. It's I don't know what to say. It's a real question. I haven't scripted that answer.
I mean, maybe he's afraid they're going to ask, "Do you know what you're doing?"
I mean, he'll just say no and move on.
Absolutely not. Next question.
It does sound like they're so scared, because people play up. They're well, I mean, the Knicks media is so bad. They're always just giving this negative coverage of the Knicks. I don't know. The Knicks have been a laughingstock on their own. They didn't need the media to make them a laughingstock.
This is true.
It's been 20 years of misery. I would hope we'd have a team president that has the balls to take a question from Mark Berman.
Who retired?
who just retired. And Mark Berman's awesome. That's why I think that's why I mentioned his name.
Yeah,
But
20
it is
23
kind of
years,
weird.
I mean, that's impressive.
What did you say?
23 years running the beat. It's pretty impressive.
It's shocking how I mean no it's actually he got paid to do this the whole time. We've been doing this as a side project for over a decade. Something's mentally wrong with us. Congratulations to Mark Berman though.
Yeah, we're on year 13 and we've been doing it for free.
Yeah, he's getting paid. What else happened? The Knicks, the team, they've been talking to them. So Tibbs and the players have actually been talking to the media. Do you like that? Have you been following any of what they've said?
Oh, I'm super excited. I was lying before. I'm really into it.
Oh, come on. So, are you not into all this Knicks stuff, Jay? Have you been doing a podcast out of spite?
No, it's just like until the game is on, everyone's going, oh, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, or, oh, it's going to be a good year, blah blah blah. I want to see it on the court. I don't care if you say, Randall's like, oh, I've been working on thinking quicker and speeding up my game. I don't care. I want to see it on the court. You could say whatever you want.
Okay, so a couple things that have been mentioned. RJ Barrett said, "I think we're going to shock the world."
Cool. Let's.
What do you? You don't have much to say there.
No, I don't believe him.
Okay. Tibbs said on Grimes and the other young players, I can tell those guys will have major roles.
Cool. I don't believe him.
Well, I do believe him because there's not much else on the roster as we trade away most of the vets.
Grimes in a walking boot right now, so.
Yeah, he is in a walking boot. That's the other. He's in a walking boot. So on a normal team, he'd be back by the end of the preseason. This is the Knicks, so his foot may need to be amputated.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll be back to start of the season. Tibbs also said he wanted the offense to move faster. Apparently Tibbs has never coached a team that wasn't bottom 10 in pace. Do you think the Knicks will? Knicks have been they've been one of the slowest teams in the NBA for last couple of years under Tibbs. Will the Knicks be faster this year?
I think so. I mean, if you play Obi's fast, Brunson likes to run. If Grimes gets out of his walking boot, he can run. So, I mean, you got some guys that got some speed out there.
I mean, everyone on the offense likes to run except for who's that guy who's going to drive us crazy all season? Let's see. He was an all-star 2 years ago, and last year he was the devil, according to Knicks fans.
We can move on from this train of thought.
But anyway, everyone else likes to move fast. But I also just like Tibbs said the young guys are going to play. I mean, they kind of have to with the there's only question really is like who are the vets that are going to play? There's Fournier, there's Randall as a vet. Who else?
Rose.
And Rose, yeah. And no one's going to argue about those guys playing. Well, except for Randall, obviously. What else? Anything else happen in Knicks world, Jay?
It's really it. We got preseason starting tomorrow, so we finally actually get to see the team in action. I feel like they haven't played a game in about 19 months.
It's been a long time. By the way, the offseason one of the offseason controversies was that Tibbs said that Evan Fournier is starting as of now. It's his job to lose going into training camp. What do you think about that? Because like a lot of people in Knicks world or a lot of Knicks Twitter, Knicks fandom want Grimes to start. And I guess this debate might be a moot point with Grimes injured. But what do you think?
I mean, has Grimes really, when you think about it, shown NBA starter level play?
No.
He's proven he can be in a rotation, but does he deserve to start?
No. Well, I think the argument really isn't that he deserves to start. It's the argument that he plays really good defense. The starting five defense looks questionable before you put Fournier in the lineup. Then you put Fournier, it looks even more questionable. His defense would just kind of balance things out. That's the.
I get the logic, but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, are you fine? Like, because I think a lot of people also feel like any other team, they'd be like, okay, well, this will just change in a couple games. They're like, once Tibbs puts starting lineup, he like chisels in stone. He's like, can't change the starting lineup.
Yeah, I was of the opinion, yeah, if it doesn't work out, change it. You really think Tibbs just won't change it all season?
I don't know, Alfred Payton. What do you think?
I mean, there was no other point guard. There's literally no other point guard on the team. So like,
Okay, let's cover quickly. We have a couple questions, and then let's go into our bit. Is that
all
cool?
right, yep. Nomad and Anthony checking in. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining.
What's going on? Ant writes on Facebook, can Randall keep his turnovers down?
He can, because I don't think he's going to be playing point guard. And with the ball in Brunson's hands, Randall's turnover should be down.
Yeah, I mean, I do think there's going to be a little bit of point Randall out there. Randall's going to try to, but it's just not going to be as much.
Yeah.
Or not nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
Ant writes, is Tibbs the right coach?
I'm not as down on him as a lot of people are. We haven't seen him coach with an actual point guard yet. So can we revisit that like in 40 games?
I mean,
Because
in fairness, also, the Knicks were terrible last year, and they still had 37 wins, which is not a lot of wins, but if you look at the past 20 years, it's one of the better seasons.
God. That doesn't make me feel
Tibbs really, like, and people say with Tibbs, there's a floor. You're not going to be that bad because Tibbs will get the most out of players, even if you don't necessarily like his lineups and so forth. The question really is, how high is the ceiling with Tibbs?
I mean, 2 years ago, we were saying how he took a garbage team to the 4th seed and he was amazing. So, like, I don't know. I feel like I want to cut him a little bit of slack.
Yeah, he did get coach of the year, and all the things that drive you crazy about Tibbs, he does get results on the floor. The team does play hard for him. The young guys have been playing better under him. Yeah, I think he gets a little bit too much crap.
Yeah.
Also, a minor controversy, is that Tibbs in one of the questions, he was asked about, can Obi and Randall play together? And his response basically was, "This isn't fantasy basketball. It's hard just to pair guys just because you want to see them both out there at the same time."
It's fair.
Yeah, I mean, people I read something where someone was giving crap about this, and they were like, "Well, I mean, like, yes, you sacrifice some defense, but they're never gonna get better together unless you play them together." And the ceiling's so high, and those two of them together.
There's 3 centers on the roster.
Yeah, I don't know how you like the Knicks. They designed Leon Rose designed a roster with 3 centers. You're not gonna have a lot of minutes to play your 2 power forwards together if you're having 3 centers, and with 2 of them are meant to play big minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you just re-signed Mitch and you brought in Hart to play a lot of minutes. It's gonna be. It's also Tibbs likes to have a center that can play defense. It's hard to argue Obi and Randall is the best defensive combination.
No, I think it's nonsense. I don't know why people are pushing that when the Knicks literally have 3 centers that are real centers. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'd be fine if the number 2 center was Sims, but you brought in Hart, who has a lot of potential. So Anthony writes up and under, or over and under. RJ shoots 45% from the field, over under.
God, if he shoots over, I'm going to say under, but if he shoots over, the Knicks are going to, maybe they will surprise the world.
I'll be happy if he shoots 42, 43% from the field. Randall shoots 35% from 3.
Over.
I'm going to say over, too. I think he's going to surprise some people. His 3-point shooting is going to be a little better. Brunson, 8 assists.
It's kind of a lot.